Yo, 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 yo. You're back at it again. This is the IVP with Dr. IBZ. We are back at it. Hey. So we're coming to you live from downtown Toronto. Today is the day, episode 191. How are y'all doing? How's everyone doing? This is going to be another one, another great one. Another great one. Another great one. All right, and here he goes, the one and only Dr. IBZ. I am not in a freestyling mood today. Not in a freestyling mood. Not today. Literally, if you could hear my voice, literally, just woke up from a nap. Took a nice nap, relaxed a little bit, and now I'm just here podcasting with y'all, back at it again. Now, for today, what we're going to discuss, we have plethora of topics, and I hope everyone's having a good week. You know, I know there's a lot going on in this economy. Everyone is still going through it, yo. I've been checking the temperature out there. Everyone's going through it. Everyone's broke. Like, people are still, like, every once in a while, like, they'll try to go outside or whatever, but everyone's fucking broke. Broke as hell. And the one thing that, like, that's pretty funny, my whole life I've been hearing rumors about Lauryn Hill and how she always pulls up late to a show. She does not give a shit. She'll pull up late. She'll like an hour late, hour and a half late, 2 hours late, and she'll be like, y'all are lucky I pulled up, that type of shit. Well, the internet going internet, because I think people were roasting her, people were DMing her, people were getting at her, people, all that type of shit, you know what I mean? To the point where she announces the remainder of her tour will be rescheduled. Meaning that everyone knows that you're going to be, and I don't know if it's, strained vocals. Never mind. It's strained vocals. So prayers up for Lauryn Hill. So I was thinking like, yo, the internet completely said, hey, yo, now here's what I think. I think that's cap. The strained vocals thing, I think that's cap. This is just a theory. We're just potting out here, right? So I think it's just a little bit of cap.
Stop the cap.
The reason why I think that it's cap is because the internet was getting at you recently for your antics. Now you feel like, yo, okay, let me reschedule, let me go back. But it's Lauryn Hill. She doesn't give a shit. So I'm pretty sure it is strained vocals. She doesn't give a damn. She'll show up late, pull up late. There's a show where she didn't even pull up. She's like, Lauryn Hill's not pulling up. Like, I don't know why people still pay for Lauryn Hill tickets, but and she has like whatever. I know she has one album and like the Fuji. She has two albums. She has the Fuji album and she has her own album. But it's just, to me, I don't know. It's like people are struggling out here just to pay for these tickets, to get a babysitter, to watch their kids, because there's no way people that are going to go see Lauryn Hill, they're like my age and up. There's no 18-year-olds like that. They're like, yo, I want to go see Lauryn Hill. Like, it's adult people. It's like adult, 30 plus, 40 plus, them people, that's who's going to go see Lauryn Hill. So the fact that people in that demographic are willing to whatever the word it's called, find change under the couch, freaking pay off some credit card debt just so that they can get back into debt just for those tickets so they can have that experience, whatever the case may be. And you're just going to pull up late. To me, that's disrespectful. I find that disrespectful. That's all I wanted to say about the Lauryn Hill thing. It's a little bit disrespectful. Like, yo, people are paying money to come see you. You're Lauryn Hill. People are coming and paying money to come see you. And then you're just like, yeah, y'all are lucky I'm pulling up. Like, come on, bud. So, let's get into a real topic right now. Y'all heard about Scream? Y'all been hearing about what's going on with Scream? The Scream cast? Scream 7? So Scream 7 is not going to be a thing. It's not happening. Okay? One of the main reasons why. There's an actress her name is Melissa Barrera. So the story is based on her character. And recently, she made some comments about I'm gonna say the other side, and then the main side. Y'all should know who the fuck I'm talking about. Because the last 2 videos, whenever I mention anything like that, 0 views, nothing. So now I gotta tread lightly out here, dog. Not trying to get shadow banned, or not even shadow banned. I just want people to listen to what I'm saying without just a word making it null and void or anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just life. Anyway, so this actress decided to say, you know what? I'm going to support the other side. My country's been oppressed to whatever, right? So Scream 7, I don't know, whoever's funding the movie dropped her ass one time. And then right after they dropped her, Jenna Ortega, who's another star in the film, she's like, all right, drop me too. I don't want to be in that movie anymore. And she's basically supporting her stance, right? Now, one of the other guys named Noah something, he was on the main side, and he said something that was like, I think it was like, what's the word? What's a good word? What's a good word? Benicide. Benicide. Like he's like pro Benicide, whatever. Like I think he said something along those lines or whatever, right? He didn't get in trouble. He didn't receive any backlash. He didn't get dropped from the movie. He didn't have to apologize for his take. But he ended up he's still good to go. Those two, Melissa, right? Melissa, she said something, dropped from the movie, and one of her characters was like the main character. So they're probably just gonna kill her off or something. But now since Jenna Ortega's like, I don't want to be part of the movie anymore, now they have to rewrite the whole script. That's a lot of money. They have to rewrite the whole script. They have to pre-production is in shambles right now. What a lot of people in Hollywood don't understand is, from what I can understand, Hollywood, I think, was started by them. So, yes, I can understand why they got dropped. However, during these times, if you need the money, if you need your job, I know it's kind of cowardly, it's kind of pussy, but if you need the money, if you need your job, or whatever the case may be, you're better off just not being political at all. You're better off just chilling and just, you go to work, be professional, you leave. And then whatever you do online, and certain jobs, whatever you do online won't trickle into work. You know what I mean? If I worked in an office or whatever the case may be, and I had a podcast, a couple of my bosses would watch the podcast just to see what the fuck I'm saying. And if I say anything like this too outlandish or whatever the case may be, I can get in trouble. You know what I mean? But nigga, you work in a kitchen or whatever the case may be, man, do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you're not speaking about the establishment that you're working at, in terms of like speaking, like trying to expose them or whatever the case may be. You can talk about work, like peer-to-peer issues that happen at work or whatever the case may be, but you're better off not specifying where it happened. Either way. So we're in a time where whatever you say is being put under a microscope. So I understand why she got dropped, but I don't understand why they couldn't have just... So do we have freedom of speech or don't we have freedom of speech is what I'm wondering. I want to know, because there's a dude in Canada who said, what's her name? Anne Frank's book, right? He said it was inauthentic, right? Now, I don't believe that because that's kind of stupid. If you read the book, it's authentic as shit. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? So this guy said, I'm not going to repeat what he said because this guy's going to get 2 months in jail for what he said. Do you see what's going on? So you can get in trouble now now they're calling it quote unquote hate speech when it's freedom of speech. You're just saying, but I don't know how he said it. I don't know why he said it the way he said it. Now, obviously he's just trolling or he's just trying to say a hot take, trying to provoke the internet, trying to do something. I know what he's trying to do. However, these times, and what people don't understand is how serious this shit is. I'm trying to tell people, you are better off just shutting the fuck up and doing what you do. And if you're going to talk about something, find an angle where you can talk about it without getting your ass in trouble. That is it. Do not get in trouble trying to clout chase, trying to troll, if you are actually going to stand by what you say and you're willing to lose your livelihood, your job, your career, your everything, then cool. I salute you. Like, do you, man? You're standing on business. You're 10 toes down on your stance, and I respect that. However, I don't respect people that are just doing it for clout, doing it for views, and then once they get their water cut off, oh my God, isn't there freedom of speech? There's technically not really freedom of speech. Not really. No. Freedom of speech is more of, I'm allowed to speak however the fuck I want to speak. But the moment I say something, there are still going to be, I'm free to say whatever I want, but there's going to be consequences into what I say. No matter what it is. If I talk about a certain community the wrong way, man, if I talk about, like, let's say if I talk about, like, whatever community the wrong way, and I go to whatever town that community, like, is more frequent in, nigga, you don't think I'm gonna get rocks thrown at me, punched in the face, like, someone's gonna try some shit? Like, it happens. It's going to happen, you know what I mean? Because, like, you have to understand, you can't be talking shit about certain communities. Now, there are ways where if you get called out, you go, okay, this is what I meant. And if I came across like this, I apologize. But this is what I actually meant, right? You got to be able to explain yourself. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. You can't stand on something that is wrong. You know what I mean? If the foundation ain't strong, nigga, just dismantle the whole building and build a new one. You know what I mean? Live to build another day. You ain't gotta be 10 toes down and be like hard-headed about a topic when you know when you're actually wrong. Get me? So nowadays, I just want to know, do we have freedom of speech? Because there's a lot of shit going on. I don't approve of the vandalism that's happening. I don't approve like this because there's gonna be those fuckers, those idiots, those assholes that are gonna take this situation and they're going to use it to spread hate because they just hate their lives so much. They hate their lives so much that they might just pick a side and then start vandalizing and start doing dumb shit and start, like, that's not going to fix the problem. And if you're in a country where that country is literally donating millions and billions of dollars to that side, what do you think is going to happen when you criticize that side or when you say something or whatever the case may be? And also, one other hypocritical thing that I seen though is when they had the Botsy in Parliament and then Justin Trudeau got called out for that. Come on, that's called being a hypocrite. And then now since this shit happened. Now it's like, y'all look even worse because now that shit's happening. So it's like, now y'all are backpedaling. So now y'all have to figure out ways to reconnect or reestablish yourselves with that community. So now you're like, well, if anyone talks shit about y'all, like, that's what I'm alluding to in my head. That's what I'm thinking. Now, there's freedom of speech to a certain extent. freedom of speech to a certain extent. And this is why I pod. Mental gymnastics. I want to know how to speak and articulate myself where I can get my point across. People can understand what I'm saying, and I ain't got to say too much. Because we are getting into those times where you kind of have to have a little bit of coded language in your speech. Especially with all these bots, all these algorithms, all this shit. You know, the moment you say a certain word, it gets, you know what I mean? Like your video just gets yoinked from the algorithms. Like it's not gonna pop up on your algorithm, on anyone's algorithm, unless they watch your shit. If they watch your shit, like consistently watch your shit, then yeah, it's gonna pop up on their algorithm. But if they don't watch your shit, or if they're not subscribed, it's not gonna pop up on their algorithm. And especially if a nigga's been watching deep dive cave videos for like the past 2 days, that's all he's gonna get on his algorithm. He might get a little bit other shit sprinkled in there, but most of the shit he's gonna get there on his algorithm is gonna be that. So even if you're subscribed to him and your video's kind of yoinked, like shadow banned a bit, it's not gonna pop up. So we're in these times where you have to really watch what you say. And if you really want to make a point and you want to say something, the best thing I would recommend to do is I'm not saying start a podcast, but start like a blog, start a blog, start a forum, start a journal, start something where first you get off your thoughts in that emotional state you're in, and then the moment you calm down and you can articulate your shit better and you can figure out a solution in your head, then you start writing that shit down, and then you're able to create something that is sustainable for yourself and maybe the people around you. So like, I think the director didn't. So the director didn't. I think he commented and said, "Yo, my hands were tied. I had nothing to do with this." One of the executive producers or director or whatever. I'm like, yeah, because you guys aren't funding the thing. Y'all ain't funding the movie. There's people in boardrooms that are funding this movie. Spyglass or whatever the case may be, whoever owns that company. I'm not going to get into detail with that. We could, but why the fuck? It's not an investigative podcast. Unless there's a topic near and dear to my heart. But no. Thing is, these companies, if I'm putting in money for a TV show, for a movie, whatever the case may be, one of the actors in there does something stupid that I don't like, and I'm dropping millions of dollars in there, unless that person can create some good PR and like you know what I mean, like fix it, get that fucking person out of there or cut their screen time down. Cut their screen time down. Make someone else the star. There's politics in movies too. Like, that's what people don't understand. People just think this is art. No. The moment that money is involved, it's not really considered complete art. It's always going to be art, right? But the moment there's money involved and there's people that have to watch your shit, and they have to dictate if they're willing to drop millions of dollars for that project. So I can understand why they could be like, man, yo, if she's going to be talking shit about us, or if she's going to be supporting a side that we don't support, get the fuck out of here then. We don't need you. We'll get someone else. Now, the shocker was Jenna Ortega saying, all right, I'm out too. So then now they're going to have to either replace them, same characters, but replace them, which would be weird. You can't really do that in this day and age. Or just literally kill them off and then just start a new movie. But they made so much movie in Scream 6 because of those two characters, especially Jenna Ortega, that I don't know how they can, you know what I mean? There's always going to be one sucker that's going to sign onto it. That's probably already famous. That's probably already known, well established, that will put ass in the seats. There's always going to be one person to do that. But who knows, right? when I say suck, I'm talking about the perspective of how Melissa would look at them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all ain't gonna catch me. Fuck that. Fuck that. I was gonna smoke a spliff before this, but I'm like, nah. I'm about to talk about free speech and all this type of shit on this pod. I'm like, nah, nigga. I gotta make sure that I'm here. All right, so Andrew Tate. See, I didn't want to. Andrew Tate went on Piers Morgan, and he had a lot to say. Now, I don't want my shit to get fucking shadow banned, so I wanted to play the clips, right? But watch the interview, and in this interview, I'm not advertising or anything, but I'm just saying, watch this interview, because in this interview, it just shows and it proves to you that the media likes to manipulate certain things and situations. So like, we can sit here and talk about, like, I really want to play this, but like, are y'all gonna even watch the episode? I know y'all gonna listen to the episode, so you know what? Fuck it, we gonna play it.
Side is waging genocide. The Israelis are genociding.
See, nope. See, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Yeah, I can't even do it. I can't do it. You hear the first 2-3 words, dog? Like, yo, dog, bruh. And as I'm talking about, I don't care about demonetize or anything like that, but I want you guys to actually see the vid. Okay, just go reference that. Hold on. Okay. First words you said, yo. Holy. All right. So that topic is so. I was just wanting to. Okay, his point was that it is bad on both sides. That's what his main point is. Now I might have to cut. What mark was that? 20 something. I might have to find that. And cut it out. Yo. Okay. Let's finish. Should I finish what he said? Because now it just sounds out of context. That sounds so bad. So basically, I'm not even gonna elaborate. But basically, he's basically there. I'm pussy right now. Hold on. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, this was basically what he was saying. All right.
View of this war. I think when you call it a war, you're doing a disservice to the people who are having their limbs blown off by some of the most advanced technical weaponry on the planet. It is a genocide, and it is disgusting. And it doesn't matter which side of the political spectrum you fall on. When you observe a genocide in front of your very eyes, you should be disgusted. Which side is waging genocide? The Israelis are genociding the Palestinians, and you know it as well as everybody else does. Well, then it seems like your bosses are not allowing you to know it. What do you think of what Hamas did on October the 7th? Why are you starting the story in the middle, Piers? I didn't. I just asked you about the wider war.
There we go. All right. Those are the words of Andrew Tate. Those aren't the words of what I'm saying. But basically, I'm not going to go into like the whole, like all these like big ass words. But basically what he's saying is that on both sides, this is which basically my point is, this whole war that's going on, civilians on both sides are being affected because of political powers. Because of you have one far this group and one far that group, and so the thing is, it is not okay for children, women, families, working class, whatever the case may be, them getting caught up in the war. Whenever I feel like nowadays, if you want to really have like a war or whatever, then they should have a couple months, or not even a couple months, a couple weeks of evacuations, both countries. Hey yo, everyone get the fuck out of here. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, bombs are being dropped. It's war. That's what basically should have happened. And then everyone gets to everyone gets to flee. Every country gets to hold down some of the refugees or whatever the case may be. And obviously it's going to trickle down over here. But whatever, that always happens. But at least we could have saved more civilians. And then the civilians that can't leave, obviously, yeah, that sucks. But at least we could have gotten, you know, and like at least it would have been more like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So, but then if one side didn't warn the other side and then they attacked them, there's a whole October 7th date, right? So when one side attacked the other side, they were like, well, they didn't give us the time, so why are we giving them time? So I'm just saying, since y'all are like, have all of the weapons and thing, y'all should have been like, hey, yo, y'all have 2 weeks and we're pulling up. You know what I mean? But instead they say, hey, yo, you guys can evacuate while they're still dropping shit on them. Anyways, I digress. All I'm saying is I just want peace on both sides. That's it. Because I've spoken to people on both sides and they don't approve of what's going on both sides. End of the day, we went through a pandemic. We went through, first it was a recession, like 08. No, SARS, 9/11. No, hold on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would say from like the 21st century, right? We had some shit happening in the 90s, right? The Gulf War or some shit. Black Hawk Down or whatever. Right? Then you have like 9/11. Then after 9/11, you had SARS. Then after SARS, you had fucking bird flu or whatever that shit was. Then you had the fucking recession. Then you had H1N1. Then you had Ebola. Then you had fucking some other shit. Then you had COVID. Then we have a whole fucking pandemic. The economy never recovered. We're still going through it. People are still recovering from fucking 2 years ago. I'm one of them. Not even 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Niggas is still trying to recover from that shit. And then now there's 2 fucking wars going on at the same time. Yo. Dog. Holy, but it seems like the one that's being, whatever. I digress. I digress. So, basically whatever Andrew Tate was saying, I agree with the aspect of him saying that it's not good for both sides for civilians. And that's basically what he's saying. Piers Morgan was trying to bait him in by saying, yeah, but like, okay, well, who's the one that's killing the most? That's what they say. And then you have him using that word, those words. Hey, I don't give a fuck. Those aren't my words. Now, if this shit gets shadow banned or whatever, I don't care, because I know one day something's gonna happen. Niggas gonna watch my shit, listen to my shit, and they're gonna hear these gems. So I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think, man. All I'm saying is, remember when everyone, besides him going on Alex Jones, remember when Kanye West was like going off and they cut his water off and he was like, see? And everyone's like, man, get the fuck out of here. No, da-da-da. I remember listening to podcasts. Like, I remember Charlamagne the God saying, like, oh, nah, man, no, he's tripping. Da-da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. And then now, since there's an actual conflict going on that involves them, now you're seeing, like, whoever says some shit in the wrong way, water cut off, bro. Cutting off your water, bro. And I'm talking about if you have like a voice. If you have a voice, your shit is cut off. If you can influence anything, cut the fuck off. That's why I just go, yeah, yo, man, it's not good for both sides, both civilians being harmed. Because at the end of the day, that's actually how I feel. So, we don't promote violence on this channel. That's all I'm saying. We don't promote violence on anybody on this channel. Don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you do. We don't care. As long as you're a human being, you're on this earth, you're not harming nobody. Why the fuck should I be the type of person to be judgmental towards you just because you're of a different religion or you're from a different country or you're from a different culture? Like, that makes no fucking sense to me. To me, it makes no sense. I prefer everyone just, you know what I used to like when I used to go to school, elementary school? I used to love the different months where we'd have Asian Heritage Month. Nigga, I'd be fucking up those dumplings, dog. Those dumplings that they bring, like them pot stickers, man. You know them pot stickers? Bro, I'd be fucking them shits up. Dip them in that soy sauce, but it's not like a soy sauce, but it's like, this is the first time you're ever having like a different type of soy sauce that's like mixed up in herby and shit. Yeah. The moment they told me it wasn't pork, it was beef, because I think they knew some of the kids are Muslim there. So people would bring, and this is back in the day where you could have potlucks and you can bring food from home and people will share and that type of shit. It was that type of vibe. It wasn't, nowadays I don't think they do that anymore. I think they mostly do is like if it's someone's birthday, like the parent will bring food or some shit, and like the parent will tell, well, yo, I'm gonna bring X, Y, and Z here, and who has what type of allergies, and I think it's more like that nowadays. But back then, as long as I had no peanuts in it, pause, nigga, run it. So used to be fucking up them dumplings. I remember they used to have I think during Hanukkah, fucking up them potato latkes, bro. Fucking them shits up, and with the sauce, ooh, fucking them shits up, dog. Fucking them shits up. When they, like, any type of, like, Heritage Month day, like Chinese New Year, you get the lucky penny. Like, I used to like learning of different people's cultures. That's how I used to be. Always. So I was never the type, like, I used to, like, this one guy from, I think he was from, where was he from? I think it was from, was it Venezuela? Not Venezuela. It starts with a G, I think. It starts with a G, hold on. South America. South America. Not Guyana. Hold on. Now we gotta find this. Is it Peru? I think it's from Peru. Yeah, I think Guyana is there? Guyana? Guyana? What? Say a word. Alright, I didn't know that. He's from... Damn, I don't even know. Guatemala, there we go. See, I told you it was a G. From Guatemala. There you go. That's where he's from. So, he's from Guatemala. So, him, I used to try to learn shit off of him. Like anything, any type. Obviously, it's been fucking 2006 since I've spoken to anybody from Guatemala. But I used to try to learn shit off of people. Jamaicans, Trini. What's the difference between Jamaican? Until today, I'll ask someone, yo, what's the difference between like Jamaican and Trini or St. Lucian or someone from Guyana, whatever the case may be, guy, and he's like, I'm trying to learn. Hey, what's the difference between, hey, yo, how do I know if someone's Korean? And then the Korean guy will be like, yo, XYZ. How do you know someone's Japanese? Japanese, you'll know because of the last name and the way they talk is a little bit more soft and like they'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? So it's you have to try to learn, man. You have to try to learn. When I walk up to Filipino people, I'm like, hey, what kind of food do you have? Oh, balut. Yo, you want to try balut? Yeah, I'll bring it to work one day. Man brought balut, bro. I was like, fuck it. Tastes like chicken soup. It is. The concept is like when they explain the concept to you, you're like, what the fuck? But when you just eat it, you're like, oh, it's chicken soup. It's like chicken soup in an egg, basically. So Jollibees, shit like that. She put me on Jollibees one day. She brought some Jollibees. She brought some pies and some chicken from Jollibees. Yo, I was like, yo, let's fucking go. I was amped. Anyways, but like shit like that, man. I love learning from different cultures. So that's why I'm never like the type of nigga that's gonna be like, pick a side or no, I like learning from different cultures, different religions. And I was taught not to just be pro your religion and pro your culture and then be like, fuck everyone else's shit. Because then you don't want people to do the same thing to you. Correct? Anyways, that is a little tip for tat. Niggas had to say their shit. And yo, Fantasy League, Yahoo Fantasy, can you guys stop putting Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell on the fucking bench and putting Dennis Schroeder on and fucking KCP? What the fuck, man? Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell are literally 5-star fucking players, and you're putting nigga, listen to me, nigga, stop. Fuck, bro. I'm losing this week because I didn't get to put fucking Damian Lillard starting. He was on utility, not even on the fucking bench. He was on utilities, dog. I was so cheesed because you only half of his points count. I didn't even put him in. Pause. Motherfuckers. And then today I woke up, I'm like, let me just go on the app just in case. Nigga, Damian Lillard he's playing right now, 3 o'clock. If I didn't look at the app at 12, I would have fucking missed it. And then Damian Lillard's on the fucking bench again. And Donovan Mitchell, he's no longer injured. But they didn't tell me that. So now he would have been in the injured list. So I wouldn't even got shit off of him. And today's the last day and I'm down by 2, nigga. Come on, man. What are you doing? I need everybody playing. And then Jimmy Butler got injured. Fuck! I was so cheesed, man. Oh my God, I was so cheesed, dog. But thank God Dennis Schroeder hooped that day. And he kind of hooped not better than Damian Lillard, but he held up a bit. But still. Because Damian Lillard had a bad game that day. So it was like, you know what I mean? But Damian Lillard still got like a double-double type shit. Like he still did his thing. So it's just like, fucking hell. Anyways, that was just a little Yahoo Sports rant. And you know what's funny? Because I beat my nigga, and then this week I'm facing his cousin, and his cousin's whipping my ass. So I'm like, I guess, yo, blood's thicker than water, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, I looked at the score, like it was like midweek. I looked at the score, right? And I'm just looking at it, and I see like, it says like 9-2, and I'm like, damn. And then I look, and then the next day, it went back up to like, it was like 5-5. It was tied, right? Then the next day, it went back to 9-0. And I was like, what? I looked at why Damian Lillard was on the fucking bench. Not even on the bench. He was in utilities. Fucking. And if you do fantasy, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You can see why I'm cheesed, yo. If you do the fantasy thing, you know exactly why. Anyways. So, what we're going to get into now is a whole different topic. I don't even feel like wearing these glasses today, dog, because I want you guys to see me eye to eye today. I don't know what's wrong with my voice mod thing, but it's been acting weird today. My sound effect dashboard thing, but we're gonna fix that up anyways, but not now. We're going to get into a funny topic, actually. Okay? I think this is a funny topic. Hold on. Oh, never mind. It said Jimmy, and then I'm like, why did I put Jimmy? And then it's Jimmy, and then it's like Jimmy IV, and I'm like, oh, nope. So y'all been hearing about what's going on, right? The whole NYC, like, so I think the statute of limitations, so NYC dropped an act where the statute of limitations for certain crimes are going to be null and void after a certain day. So anybody that had something to report or whatever, they're coming out the woodworks with it. Jamie Foxx caught it. Diddy caught it twice. Jimmy Iovine caught it. So many people are catching it. And more stories are coming out. Lauryn Hill caught it. And Lauryn Hill, Diddy. So that's like, oh, Diddy's having a bad holidays. Holidays. It ain't gonna be okay. Not today. Fuck the holiday. Yo, if I was Diddy, I'd go out the country. I'd be out the fucking. I'll go to fucking. Where all the black celebrities always talk about Anguilla or some shit. I'd be gone. I'd be gone. Nigga, I'd be gone. Anyways, so these are all just things that happen, and I don't really want to get really into it. But Josh Giddey, right? Josh Giddey, the NBA player. Now, at first, I didn't expect this story to blow up the way it blew up because everyone's catching it. But then when you look at the material, the source material, and you go, oh, wait, he did that shit. Allegedly, right? Because he has pictures of him shirtless with the girl saying that she did the deed with him, da-da-da-da. I think the guy was 19 and she was 15. Something like that. Either way, it's still, you know what I mean? It's still underage. So, people were mad at the fact that he could play the next day. He's under investigation and the nigga could play. And yeah, it comes with the skin. If that was a nigga that got caught slipping for that shit, he would have been suspended. We all seen it before. Where a nigga just did some shit and maybe it's alleged. It wasn't even true and he still got suspended. And then once we figured out it wasn't true, the nigga got reinstated and he can play again. We've seen bare fucking situations like that where it was an alleged thing that happened and turned out it wasn't true. So now the nigga done lost his, and unless you're practicing, you're going to lose your sauce. And if you lose your sauce, they're just going to drop you, right? So I'm trying to really understand why people were up in arms and saying, oh, if you always have black guys. So I get it. But are we really surprised? And then people are calling out Malika Andrews because Malika Andrews, the moment like it's a black player, she's like on the ass. And the moment it's a white player, she's like, ah. Now, there's two perspectives that we can look at it. Malika Andrews is either very hard on black men because she wants black men to do better, which I can agree with. Or maybe she's very hard on black men because maybe she's been hurt by black men, or maybe she's had similar experiences with black men, so therefore she feels as if, yeah, he did that shit. Now, I feel as if it is not fair to just because someone reminds you of another person that you don't like does not mean that person may be guilty. It does not mean that person may be guilty of doing anything harmful towards other people or towards yourself. That's what I'm saying. Right? There are some times where people will compare me to someone, right? That some other person. They'll compare me to that person, and everything that I do from then on, they look at it as if that person's doing it, which is not fair to me because I'm not doing shit. I'm just chilling, doing my own shit. Yeah, whatever I might be doing is similar to that person. However, I am not that person. I'm just doing me. I might remind you of that person, but I am just doing me. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you'll be sitting down, sometimes you'll be talking to someone, you might say something that might be out of bounds or whatever, but you're just fucking around or whatever, and that person might think you're serious because someone in the past did the same thing, and then they ended up being serious, and then you're just like, whoa, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is what I'm saying. It happens. So I can totally understand why a lot of men are trying to get at Malika Andrews. Yo, Malika Andrews, you better say something. You have to say something about this. You better say something. And I understand why Josh Giddey is good. Because, one, I think it was before he was on the team, right? Or is it when he got drafted? Because if he did that shit while he was on the team, then I can understand why they would suspend him. But if he did that before he was on the team, then it's kind of hard for them to suspend him because that means the NBA is gonna have to investigate, not really the team's gonna have to investigate with the NBA. But you know, it's kind of complicated a little bit when you think about it. People think it's easy, but it's a little bit complicated. There's contracts involved. There's all this type of shit. Me personally, I don't think so. If they find out that he did that shit and there's proof and all that type of shit, even though the internet already proved it, then what do y'all think the punishment should be? You think he should lose his career? Because he was 19 at the time. And there are a lot, I'm not saying me, but there are a lot of 19-year-olds that are pulling up to these high schools and doing some shit, man. They're pulling up to these high schools and fucking with these 15, 16-year-olds, bro. A lot of them. I'm not saying that it's right, and I'm not condoning it at all. It's not right at all. I'm not condoning it. However, where do we, like, what should he, like, what are the consequences? Should he get suspended for the rest of the season? You know what I mean? And then come back next season and then write an apology, whatever the case may be. They should contact the girl, see how the girl feels. Did he, because as fucked up as it sounds, it seems like it was consensual. Well, as fucked up as I'm saying, it seems like it was, even though she was 15, whatever. But we were all 15 and 16 before. When I was 15, 16, if a 19-year-old girl came up to me and was like, yo, let's fuck, you don't. Let's just be, forget, like, let's just be a little bit. I'm not condoning nothing. I'm just saying, like, y'all were in high school. We were all in it. We need to stop doing the whole, their kids, their frontal lobes, we understand that. But you know right from wrong when you're in fucking high school. Let's stop though. These are just kids that are, no. The moment you enter high school, your hormones change, everything starts changing. But you know what's right from wrong. You know not to murder nobody. You know not to steal. It's about the consequences. You don't give a fuck about the consequences. She clearly didn't give a fuck about the consequences that are going to happen for fucking an older dude because she's young. That's what I'm saying. Now she's seeing the ramifications of it. So now she's kind of like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Right? That's what I'm basically saying. We can't sit here and try to nitpick everything and try to be like, yo, man, this person is, he's foul. Yes, he's foul for what he did. He's foul for what he did. However, let's not act like she didn't play a part in this as well. You know what I mean? Like, let's not act like that didn't happen. If you look at the video and the pictures and all that, she's amped. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's not like, if he essayed her, if he graped her, then that's a whole different story. He would have been dropped. He just had with an underage girl when he was 19. It's a little bit of a gray area there. That's what I'm hearing. If he was 21, then get him the fuck out of here, whatever. He can lose a whole season. Maybe has to donate some money to SA victims, anything like that to bring up his PR, but he still has to hoop. You know what I mean? Or maybe he has to play some free games somewhere for charity, whatever the case may fucking be. He's gonna have to be their bitch for like at least a couple years until he's in their good graces, and then he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Not whatever the fuck he wants, but then he's off the leash. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he should lose his career for that. I don't think so. What do you guys think? I don't think so. However, I feel like there should be some type of consequence to that action that he did. You know what I'm saying? There should be, because a lot of girls don't know, and a lot of men that don't know. When you fuck with an older person, there's a lot of things that they might take advantage of you that you don't know because you're younger. That's why people are mad about that situation. He could have been taking advantage of her because she's younger, and she might think that that's why they the whole grooming and all that type of shit. So I can understand that. However, do you think that's career worthy? Like, yo, fuck his career's over, and his career just started type shit. Now, if he's in his 20s and he fucked a 15-year-old, that is foul as hell. That is weird. Whatever. It's 1 year anyway, so it's the same shit. But I'm just saying this. I'm not editing none of this shit. I'm just saying this. Do you guys think that he should lose his career over this? I feel like he shouldn't, but I feel like there should be a consequence. If he was 19 and she was 15. You know what I mean? If he was 18, 19 and she's 15, 16, then you know what I'm saying? Like that's a gray area. But if he's like 19, 20, you know what I mean? Like, and then she's 14, 15, then that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different thing. Now we're not going to expound too much on it, but I feel like he should receive some type of consequence just for that. Whether just bench him for like a few games or like have him make a statement, have him do something, you know what I'm saying? Have him explain himself. Go get the other girls, see what's up with her, see if she's good, in good spirits or whatever. If she's in good spirits, then let the nigga keep playing basketball. If she's still good, like she's in good spirits, she doesn't feel traumatized, nothing like that, let the nigga keep playing basketball. If she feels traumatized off that situation and she's like, I've never been the same and all that type of shit, then yes, get that nigga the fuck out of here. How about that? That's basically what I'm saying. If it's worse than what I think it is, basically, then get that nigga the fuck out of here. But if it's just like, yo, these guys are just fooling around and shit, and she just... Because if she was 16, 17, no one would really give a fuck that much. But it's the 15, the 1-5, that's making people go, oh, you know what I mean? When literally, nigga, we were in high school before, 15, 16, if a girl came up to you and wanted to fuck, you're fucking. If a guy came up to you that you're attracted to, you get a hookup. Not like that. You might make out, whatever the case may be, and then whatever leads to whatever. Because when you're in high school, you're still green about sex. But some people aren't at 15, 16. Some of these kids nowadays is fucking at fucking like 13, 14. You know, that shit is crazy. My age, back in my day, when you heard someone had sex at 13, 14, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then literally 2 years later, you're like, man, yeah, like literally 2 years later, like niggas start coming up to you saying like they got it in and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's literally what it is. So we can't sit here and act like, I hate the whole like, oh, there's like, I hate when we try to pull that they're young. Yes, they are young. They just don't care about the consequences. They know right from wrong. You know right from wrong the moment you're 8, 9 years old. It's like, what are the consequences for me doing this? I know I shouldn't steal. But if I steal this and I don't get caught, I won. If I do get caught, I might not steal again. Or I'll figure out a way not to get caught next. Like, human beings, bruh. The only time you should say, oh my God, they were young is like anybody that's under the age of 15. That's young. Because you're still a lot more green. You still haven't been through a traumatic, like, I want to say traumatic event, like a traumatic, like, a lot of people have been through a traumatic event. But I'm saying like something where like someone in your school died. Someone close to you passed away. Someone, you didn't start going through some real life shit. A lot of people, there's some kids that have, but usually mid-high school is when shit starts hitting the fan a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You start liking girls. The girl you might like might not like you. You start learning yourself on the fucking totem pole of life. You start realizing that, yo, maybe I'm not where I thought I was. Because when you're in middle school, when you leave middle school, you are the top of the food chain. When you go into high school, you get humbled like a motherfucker. Then by grade 10, grade 11, you got your bearings. But by then, everyone's trying to get... everyone's trying to... You know what I'm saying? Everyone's trying to hook up, see what's popping, where the party's at. People are getting drunk. Underage drinking's happening. Like, let's not act stupid. Let's not act like 15 and 16-year-olds are just going home chilling and watching TV and playing. Like, all of them are doing that. Like, not some of them started jumping off the porch, fucking selling weed. Nigga, I was selling weed at 15, 16, nigga. The fuck, I was in a trap. Like, what are we talking about? So that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, if she's traumatized from that and she's affected by it, get that nigga the fuck out of here. If not, he should get some type of consequence for sleeping with an underage chick. However, I don't think he should lose his career if the woman is still okay. If she's not okay, then yes, I can understand that. If she is okay, then I don't think there should be any type of fuss. And we need to stop making shit black and white. This is a separate occasion. This is a very gray scenario. John Morant, there's evidence of him being an idiot. There's evidence of him being an idiot. He's with the, you know what I'm saying? And, but here's the thing. The NBA has an image clause or whatever the case may be. But I don't think he kind of, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is more complicated than the niggas allegedly smacking their girlfriend and then turns out it was fake. Or the nigga allegedly doing some shit to his girl and it turns out to be fake or whatever the case may be. It's a different scenario than that. It's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit, like, watch the videos and look at the pictures and all that. She's happy she did it. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm conflicted. You know what I'm saying? I'm conflicted in my head. I'm like, yo, this is fucked up. But then if she looks like she don't give a fuck, then why the fuck should I be concerned about it? You get what I'm saying? So, Susan Sarandon's son is asking the internet to please, can you guys please stop posting my mom's titties online? He's asking social media, can you guys stop posting my mom's titties online? Okay? Robin said, okay, I'm really grateful to see people on Twitter defending my mom amongst a new area of, I'm not even going to say that word, McCarthist blacklisting. But can you please stop using the clip of her getting her hair done with her honkers out? In the 12-second clip, the actress is sitting in a chair wearing a bra that barely covers her boobs, and one supporter is ex-Mark Suzanne Sarandon, uncompromised, actually thriving. So, buddy, I apologize, but your mom's hot. She still is. You need to talk to your mom, and you need to tell her to dress up a little bit and cover up a bit. That's what you need to do. You need to stop. The internet is going internet, and the fact that you said that, niggas are gonna keep going. They're gonna go in the archive and look for. Your mom has been famous for how long? She's been in movies, TV shows for how long, my nigga? Red carpets, how long? You don't think people are just gonna start looking up photos of your mom now? Just because you said that? You know how foul men are, bro. You know how foul us men are. Us men are foul. We don't care, my brother. You know how we are. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen now, my G? Niggas is gonna be looking up your dukes. Nothing you can do about it. There is nothing that you can do about it. And my main point of this topic was, this is all the OnlyFans models that have children, all the porn stars that have children, all the porn stars that do pregnant porn. Just think of your kids. Susan Sarandon is not even a porn star, not even an OnlyFans model. None of that shit. She just has a picture. She's wearing a bra, but the bra's barely hanging onto her tits. Fire picture, fire video, by the way. Sorry, bud. I apologize, bro. Your mom's hot. Your mom is hot. If you have a hot mom, bro, you have to hug it, bro. You have to hug it. There are times where fucking nigga would tell me shit about my mom, and I just have to hug it, bro. As long as you're not saying nothing disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't say, yo, your mom's sexy, bro. Like, no. I said, your mom's hot. Your mom's attractive. She's beautiful. So there's a reason why people are saying what they're saying. It's just, nigga, it's Twitter. Twitter is the wrong place to try to find moral high ground. Moral high ground in anything. Twitter's the last place. You ain't gonna find that on X. The shit is called X. Looks like a fucking porn app on your phone right now. So y'all understand? You have a hot mother. You know what I'm saying? At fire. Your mom is fire. She's hot. Sorry. Tell your dukes. Yeah, like, he's like, can you guys stop showing pictures of my mom's tits?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And by the way, guess what? Derek Chauvin, hold on. This is the last topic, okay? Derek Chauvin, and I need my round of applause, bro. Y'all heard about Derek, right? Derek Chauvin? Then after that, I got 2 more topics, but Derek Chauvin got jukes, guys. Okay? Come on, man. Derek Chauvin got jukes. And we're going to play a round of applause. Everyone was like, oh my God, he got stabbed in prison. And I'm just like, when I see the report, I was like,
oh, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The job's not done, though. You know what Kobe says? The job not this. You know what Kobe said? The job's not done. Kobe, the job's done. Right here. You ready for it? You ready for the quote?
Your game face has been on the entire series. Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Your game.
Nigga. When someone posted that, when he was still hearing that he's still alive, someone's like, there's nothing to be happy about. Job's not finished. But yeah. I know I don't promote violence. I'm not here to promote violence or anything like that. And I know I just did a round of applause, but fuck that nigga. Next. Like, there's nothing else to say about that nigga, yo. I have a couple things to say. Okay? Now I'm going to put on the glasses, okay? And then after this, I have some wise words from J.R. Smith, and then we're done. What is with this demographic, this redacted demographic, okay, that feels like felons, scammers, drug dealers, like that is like they're so attracted to that. Why? Me, I ain't into that shit. I ain't a street nigga. I ain't in that. So I'm trying to understand. As a non-street nigga, I'm trying to understand why. Maybe it's because the women feel like all the niggas want to be those niggas. So that's why I don't know what it is. Maybe they're the leaders that ended up, you know, as the leader of the group. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm asking my people, why the fuck are black women so attracted to, and this is just like online that I'm seeing this shit. I'm not talking about in person. In person, the black girls I know, yes, they actually, yeah, like what the fuck, yo? Like, yo, a nigga could be working all the time, doing this thing, hustling, doing this thing, whatever the case may be, hustling in different ways and whatever. No girl. Niggas out here doing bullshit, selling drugs, selling dope, fucking doing the most in the streets, doing some bullshit. All the bitches. Yeah. And this is not just black women that do this. This is also like other women that are attracted to those type of niggas. Yo, it is crazy. Yo, nah. But it's the same thing as like, yo, why do guys like crazy girls? Like every single guy, even a shy nigga, likes a girl that will throw hands for some reason. You know what I mean? Not throw hands, but she might be like, you know, like a ladylike and all that type of shit, but then she's tough, low key. You know what I mean? Like some niggas like that. Actually, a lot of niggas like that. A lot of niggas like a girl that can throw a punch, and it's like, all right, yo, if someone fucks with me, I'm sending my girl after that. Like, so this is based off of a tweet I seen. So my cousin done sent us some pics finally. My boy doing life, but we love you for life. See you soon. Now hold on. Your boy's doing life, but we love you for life. See you soon. You're talking about like when you go visit him, or when you guys both die and you can see each other, or
This is a sick Negro.
My bad. So it's like, this girl goes, girl, is your cousin single? She goes, he is, and childless. Right? And then the nigga goes, and freedomless. What the fuck are y'all smoking? Right? And then he's like, someone said they be living in fantasy worlds. He's like, nigga killed 3 people and they talking about his relationship status. This is called bird behavior. Has nothing to do with just black women. It has nothing to do with any race, because there are a lot of birds out there. Like a bird. There's a lot of birds out here, because there's no fucking way that you're like, why? Bro, if a girl told me like, yo, I've been to jail 5 times, or she's in jail currently, and like she had a cute mugshot, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I want to date her. Nigga, you can't even go see her. How down and out and single are you that you feel the need to, I gotta be with a nigga that's already can't leave? That's also another thing that I think is attractive to them. They're attracted to the nigga, and the nigga can't go anywhere, and there's only niggas in there, so they're attracted to it, so they feel like they're more in control of the whole relationship, which they are, because they're free. But then once the moment the nigga finds someone else, or the nigga is free, you'll see what type of nigga that nigga is. Like, it's just stupid. Anyways. So, J.R. Smith said some real shit, and then we're going to end it off on that. Alright? Actually, you know what? Before I even play this, I'm going to play it off the computer, because it just makes no sense for me to... It makes no sense for me to play off the phone, because off the computer, it just sounds way better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys can tell. When I play it off the phone, you guys go, oh, that sounds alright. And then when I play it off the computer, you guys, oh, sounds like I'm right there. These guys producer
Ebs. Have that Eurocentric mindset that worry about myself, worry about me, worry about mine, worry about mine. I'm not going to help nobody else who look like me build up when everybody else do it but us. When you made over $100 million in your career, right? Is 105 going to change? 110 going to change your lifestyle? Realistically. You know how many people you can change lifestyle with $10 million in our hood, in our communities? We were in the lockout. We were in the, not the lockout, but we were in the bubble. George Floyd happens. That's right. We stopped playing. We in there. We go, oh, we're gonna ask the owners for it. We're gonna ask the owners for it. Stop asking them for. What are we asking them for? I went down the line. No bullshit. You can show. You can ask these dudes if not. I got Paul George sitting right here. I got DeMar DeRozan sitting right here. I got Russell Westbrook sitting right here. I'm literally sitting next to all of these dudes who are LA guys. I'm like, bro, I'm not counting your chips, but everybody else is. So you make 200, you make 200, you make 175, you make 150, you make 180. Why don't y'all have your own gym? Why we gotta go to UCLA to work out in LA every time? You got your own. Y'all all come from the exact same community. You want to inspire kids that look like you. All it takes is 5 of them. 5. 250, 250, 250, 250, 250. What bank gonna turn us down? We about to build this whole shit out for our community. We're gonna build gyms, rec centers, start leagues and all that. Who's gonna stop us? We got the money. We don't have the mindset. Our mindset, we'd rather go throw $60,000 in the club, in the strip club. Go throw $60,000 than go feed 2,500 people in the hood. Think about it. I've done it. I can't sit here and be like, oh man, I'm a hypocrite. I've done this myself. I've thrown money in the club, literally, blindlessly, aimlessly drunk at a ball. And now I sit back like I'm a stupid ass. I could have fed my whole community 10 times over with the money I was just late on the bus. Right. Because I'm so wrapped into me. I got that Eurocentric mindset. I need this designer jacket. I need these jeans. I need this book bag. I need the...
Let's go. J.R. Smith is spitting. We're going to end it off on this because I want you guys to get a dose of Eeps right now. Black people, our communities, and it has to start off with your friends. if your friend has a dream, your friend has a goal in mind, and you have similar aspirations and similar goals, work with that person. Work with them. That's what he's saying. We need to work with each other instead of against each other, instead of being like about your own self, about I need to make this, I need to do this, I need to do this, but you're not giving a fuck about the people around you, the people that are there to support you no matter what. That's what the fuck I'm saying. So, on that note, we are gonna call it a motherfucking day. So, oh God, excuse me. Excusez-moi, mon ami. Okay? So, hope you guys had an amazing time. We're off of this. That's it. This is episode 191. And it's gonna be called Is Freedom of Speech Real? Who the fuck knows, nigga? Who the fuck knows, nigga? Who the fuck knows, nigga? Nigga.